name's Yasmeen, and I have two beautiful girls, aged 4 and 3. My eldest was born at 25 weeks at the Rosie, 25 plus 6 weeks, weighing 830 grams. Frug was able to comfort her, but he chose not to do skin to skin. I think he felt that he was too large for a tiny baby. He does say now that he feels that at that time the mother is more important, so he kind of gave me full reign. But in deeper discussions, I think he felt that I don't think he was ready to look after or hold such a tiny baby. As soon as she came home, although she was only 6'2", he did hold her, and it was just become a natural act. But then again, comparing an 830 gram to 6'2", there's a lot of difference and a lot of weight difference between them. But he did hold her like in his hands. He changed her nappy, and he did like transfer her over to me. I think just the idea of sitting in a chair and having her close to his chest, I think was a bit too much for him. We discussed it. He spoke to the nurses about it. The nurses encouraged it a few times, but I think they knew not to keep going at him. I think they knew their limit, which was really nice and respectful. You know, once you hold your baby, that's it. It's like an everyday occurrence. And I held her for like hours and hours every day since. Her body was just full of tubes and stickers to support the tubes. I think once I was able to look past all that, I think it did take me a day or two, then I just saw Iman. I didn't see the tubes, and when I look at her pictures now I realise, oh my God, like even at 4 weeks old, 5 weeks old, she still had the same amount of tubes, but actually at that specific moment, after when I processed everything that happened to me and her, I didn't see them. Which is probably why I was able to be a bit more hands-on too, which is why I was able to do all that skin to skin with her, and I was able to hold her while she had the transfusions, and while when she went for her CT scan, like I held her all the way downstairs. And that's quite a big thing because they're supposed to be trolleyed in their little incubator down, but they said that it was fine for me to do so. And then obviously when she had her procedure, I could see it all. When she came out, I took her back upstairs. But I felt like I had to do that for me rather than doing it for her or for anyone else. I did that for me because I wanted to be her mum, and I didn't want to feel any less of a mum just because my daughter was in hospital, or my daughter had a procedure, or that she stayed somewhere else overnight. I felt like that was my becomings of being a mum. I have a really lovely nurse who I still speak to now, called Diane. We call her Auntie Di. She was such a lovely woman. And the reason why I loved her so much was because actually she was a prem mum herself. And this is before she trained as a neonatal nurse. And she actually understood everything that I spoke about. And she's from a different culture, and when I used to speak to her about some of my cultural differences, or just when I spoke to her about just my thoughts and feelings, they were so validated, and it made me realise actually it's not a cultural thing, or it's not a specific to me type emotion, it's what we all feel. I feel like because I was able to be a mum from the minute she was born, I have never questioned my ability to be a mum. I think when you have a baby that's prem, it's very easy to blame yourself or have a guilty feeling. Like you're supposed to carry your child for 9 months, right? And then all of a sudden something's happened within your body and you have to give birth, or you could go under an emergency C-section, or your baby's come out when it shouldn't really be out, should it really? It's so easy to fall in the trap of feeling guilty or feeling less of a mum because you didn't do the job right from the start, but actually by being given the tools in the hospital, such as changing the nappy, giving them a dummy if they have to take a dummy, or giving them the choices that you can make, what type of milk you can give. Like, I originally gave Iman donor milk because I was so adamant on her starting her feeding life through breast milk, and I wasn't able to provide that just then. And I made that choice. If they had just given her some like formula or whatever it is without my permission, I would have thought they would have taken that away from me. That's my decision, that's my child, and now someone else is trying to make a decision to feed her, and that's not right. A mother makes that decision, or a parental group makes that decision. But they waited until I was ready and able to go see her the next day to ask me what type of milk I want to give her. And I didn't feel pressured in giving donor milk. I only gave donor milk to her twice because thankfully I got support from the staff to help me get my colossum and to start my pumping journey. But yeah, I would definitely say them providing me the tools to be a mum is what shaped me as a mum now. I would say to anyone who works at a neonatal unit, or anyone who comes across a parent of a child who's either poorly sick or in a neonatal unit for being premature, to allow mums to make decisions, however small they are. They might not be small to the staff because they might be decisions that they make every single day, but actually to the mum it's so important. Even wiping a baby's bottom, don't take that away from them. Let them wipe their baby's bottom because it's their baby. Like, my mind did umpteen amount of explosions. Like, it would have been nice if someone wiped her bottom when she did that, but she's my child and I wanted to do that because, like I said, I couldn't take her home and play with her or look after her in a typical way. I couldn't just pass her around to family and friends. I didn't have that typical situation where you just bring your child home and then that's it, like life starts. I had to, we were surviving at the start, weren't we? That's what we were trying to do. We were trying to keep her alive, and then I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say that just the staff, it's the staff who gave me the confidence to be a mum. Because we are mums. We are their child's mum. And what does a child need? A child needs mum. And no one else can be their mum.